What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. It's great to have you here. So today I had planned for you a little portrait drawing video, but yeah, the right hand's not doing so well at the moment. But I mean, I still have a left hand. Maybe that could work. While we're getting set up, we're just going to take a few quick portraits to see if we can get one that we like and can use as a reference. Boom, number one, silly face. Number two, we got a little shocked face, angled shocked face. We got a happy face, that's always good. And oh, we got one to the side. Alright, out of these five, I actually think there's a couple of good ones in there. The first one's pretty cool to draw in terms of something interesting I'd like to draw. The fifth one's pretty cool though. It's got some good angles. It's just an interesting photo. You know, not the kind of photo you use as your profile picture or send to your mum, but something interesting to draw for sure. So we're going to go with that one. Let's do it. Alright, so holding the pencil with my left hand here did feel very unnatural. Now I've started the way I start all of my drawings, starting off with a circle. I tend to use kind of a hybrid Andrew Loomis technique when I draw portraits. I learnt a lot from him, but kind of do a bit of what I've always done in there too. So it's a bit light for you now. I always start off very light with a pencil, which I recommend. Just starting to get in the basic proportions. There I'm just doing the nose, doing the eye line, the nose line there. Coming down, just kind of fleshing in the jaw, get some proportions in there. Let's skip ahead to a bit further, where it's a bit easier for you to see. Cool, so I've just started a sketch in the eye, coming along the front of the nose. And so far, while I was doing this, I was like, you know what, this isn't as hard as I thought. It's a lot more focus you have to apply because you don't get the same kind of control, like the way I'm holding the pencil is so awkward. But no position really feels natural in my left hand, my not dominant hand. But it's going all right. I'm getting in there and not as bad as I expected. So I'm putting the time in, trying to get the details right, and going to try and make this a really cool drawing for you. Okay, cool. So we're starting to see a bit of form. I've kind of got around the eyes and nose area and the cheekbone, down to the lower jaw, just sketched in. I'm actually starting to refine it a little. I definitely found just a few minutes in my left hand, the whole of my left arm was just so sore holding up this pencil and using it. Like I've never used it for this length of time. I've never used my left hand at all, really. So definitely a challenge, and just physically for the muscles, I was getting really tired. It was so weird. So now you can see I am drawing in the mouth. It was a really difficult mouth to draw. If you look at the reference photo, it's a cool reference, but the mouth is just so odd. So it's a bit of a challenge for sure. Now, for a bit of context, if you haven't been following the channel, obviously I do a lot of drawing here. I've done a lot of drawing my whole life with my right hand. I can draw with my right hand. It's not a problem at all. So my brain is used to drawing, I guess. I'm at a bit of an advantage, but definitely have not used my left hand for drawing. So this is all new in that respect. Cool. So I've about finished just getting the proportions in and sketching it in. I'm just going to zoom in and jump ahead a little bit for you. Cool. So the way I always like to draw is I always like to sketch everything, get the proportions right, make sure I know everything's more or less in the right place. And then, if you will, I do like a second draft. So the first light, all the lines are just light and loose and rough, and they're not going to be exact, they're not going to be perfect, but that's okay. And when I go over it the second time, I'm kind of trying to get everything a bit more accurate, more precise. So I'm spending a little bit of time here. I felt the pressure on as I was trying to make these lines more accurate to get my drawing right, and my arm was really sore at this point. We're about 10 minutes into the drawing. I've cut it down for you, but in terms of drawing time, it's been close to 10 minutes. And my left arm's really feeling it. Every now and then I'm having to shake it out just to get some blood flowing. So I spent a bit of time on that mouth, trying to get that awkward mouth shape right, because I don't want it to look wrong. It might ruin the whole drawing. But the further I get on, the further I'm thinking, wow, like, my left hand's not bad. Like, I'm happy with this. My mark making is not great. It's very messy and rough, and like, holding the pencil feels so awkward. But like, there's not the hugest difference between my right hand and left hand in terms of drawing, and I think that's awesome. That's awesome to know. Definitely takes twice as much concentration and effort. Like, if you know, my right hand wasn't in a cast, I would never attempt this. This is so much harder. But the outcome is like not bad. I'm really happy with this. Okay, so at this point, I'm getting pretty happy with how everything is. I know it's not perfect. It doesn't have perfect likeness to the photo reference, but it's pretty good. It looks more or less like me. Everything's more or less where it should be, and my left arm's getting so sore that I'm just going to try push this through and get a finished piece. So I'm going to jump on to ink. Now for the ink, I've decided I'm going to use my Pentel brush pen, which if you're familiar with them, you know that it takes a bit of control. It's not easy to use with the right hand, let alone the left hand, but I can get a lot of different line thickness from it, so I'm going to use that. And why not start with one of the hardest things? I'm sure it'll be okay. It's the only way to learn, you know. Oh, beautiful. I've never seen such great shading. It's amazing, people. Wow. Wow. That's left-handed shading for you. Perfection. Oh, cross-hatching. Man, pulling out all the tricks. Just lightly putting in some hair where my moustache and beard is, and we're coming down to that awkward mouth to draw. Fortunately, I think my drawing was okay. I think it doesn't look too weird, but it was a tricky one. And like facial hair and hair in general is always really difficult, so I put it in as light as I could, just suggested it rather than trying to like really draw in there. Look at that. What a pucker. That's a gem. If anyone wants prints of just the mouth of this portrait, I'll make it happen for you. Let me know down in the comments, okay? And as the bottom of the jaw darkens up there, you can see kind of the full face shape come into form, and it's looking cool. I'm really stoked with this so far. My left arm is so sore at this point when I'm pushing through because I'm really happy with it. I think if it was a rubbish drawing, I would have given up at this point with how tired my left arm was. But just pushing through, trying to get it finished quickly, because it looks cool. It could have been a lot worse. Definitely happy with it. So at this point, I don't know if you can tell, but the pen is drying out. It was near empty. I've got refills. I can refill it after this drawing, but it's starting to run out, and so I'm having to push a bit harder because less is coming out, which is fine. This spot is drawing the air right now is one of those things where it's like you're trying to do it right, but also you're just throwing squiggles in there. Who knows how the inside of an ear looks like? It's just spray and pray at this point. I am super happy with this. This could not have come out better. When I went into this, I had no idea how it was going to go. I kind of hoped it would go terribly because that would be really funny, but this has gone alright. It's something where I could do this again. I think I will do this again, and yeah, maybe I don't know if I want to go as far as seeing if I can become competent with my left hand, but you know, it's something that is viable to use even once my right hand's okay. But for now, I got a few weeks off, I got some time, I'm going to keep trying this. This has been awesome, so thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. We've got a side-by-side now with the reference. It's not perfect, it's not a perfect likeness, but it's like 10 times better than I hoped for, so I'm really happy with this. And if it wasn't obvious this was a left-hand drawing, why not just poke a little signature down in the corner? Look at that artistry. Oh, beautiful. And you know what? We'll chuck a little peace sign on the side there. Yeah, look at that. Just quickly looking at my hand to see what the anatomy is like. Yep, that's a thumb, believe it or not. So if you do want a left-handed peace sign commission, I am available. And as I finish it off there, I'm sure I've got tens of orders coming in, so there we have it. There we go. Thank you for watching, guys. Before you click off this video, please do subscribe. Helps me out, and I'd love to keep you around. Cool. Peace.